He is giving Virgin a better deal than Qantas, and that's just not right.
I call the honourable member for Banks.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. What steps is the government taking to ensure that Qantas has a strong future as one of the world's great airlines?
I call the honourable the Prime Minister.
Well, I do thank the member for Banks for his question, and I appreciate that the member for Banks has lots of Qantas staff living in his electorate, and he wants to give them every chance to keep their jobs. He wants to give them every chance to be a continuing part of one of the world's great airlines. Now, Qantas is one of the world's great airlines, and this government wants to see Qantas continue as one of the world's great airlines, and the best way to ensure that this happens is to take the shackles away. To take the shackles away. And that's why the first thing that the government is going to do for Qantas is to repeal Part 3 of the Qantas Sale Act, which puts a whole lot of restrictions on Qantas, which don't apply to Virgin, What this government wants to see is both big Australian airlines competing on the same playing field. That's the fair thing, to have both big Australian airlines competing on the same playing field. I have great faith in the staff and management of Qantas to compete. I have great faith in the staff and the management of Qantas to compete, but we've got to take the shackles off. We've got to allow them to compete on the same playing field under the same conditions as their competitors, and that's what this government wants to do. The other thing we want to do is to make it easier for all Australian airlines to compete, to employ, to expand. That's what we want. We want all Australian airlines to flourish, and to do that, we're going to repeal the carbon tax. The carbon tax is a tax on Australian airlines which other countries simply don't face. All of Qantas and Virgin's competitors don't face the carbon tax, so we're going to take it away. The carbon tax is a $106 million hit on Qantas jobs. It's a $48 million hit on Virgin jobs. It's a $2.5 million hit on Rex jobs, and it should be gone.
Member for Moreton.
Now, Madam Speaker, let me just remind members opposite that two decades ago, under a Labor government, this parliament sold Qantas. Under a Labor government, 2 decades ago, this parliament sold Qantas. It was a gutsy call. It was a gutsy call by the then Labor government, but that was a gutsy Labor government. It was a gutsy Labor Party in those days. What we now need to do, having sold Qantas, is to give it its